What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hopefully, you're having a wonderful, beautiful weekend. As I already know, as always, I like to do Sunday upcoming recap for the upcoming week. And today, as always, we have NQ and ES on our screen. NQ is going to be on our left side, and ES is going to be on our right side. We're going to go ahead and dive in, but before further ado, we got to add some, you know what I'm saying, some nice calm melody, lofty music in the background, you know what I'm saying, to relax the mind, to relax and be at ease. Man, peace is the best thing, you know what I'm saying. So I've been able to find peace, you know, this year, and I'll tell you something, man, it's one of the best things. Sincerely, one of the best things. So make sure we don't have it too loud. Make sure that you guys can hear me. Alright, so let's get right into the video. So as always, starting off on the weekly, just to have an idea of what could be happening for the upcoming week, and as well where we left off from last week. So I already have all my lipstick already painted on, or makeup, or whatever how y'all want to call it, on my chart, right? So as you guys can see, I have buy side for ES that was taken on February 18th of this year, and you guys could easily see the rejection that we had gotten, you know, going lower, taken out, as well as these lows right here. So again, we have these two order blocks, which becomes what? So we have a high, a low, a high, and then a breakthrough. So these two candles become our breaker. Again, we have a high, low, high, and then breakthrough. So we have that this candle on the 18 broke buy side, right? It ran out buy side liquidity, and then we broke structure lower. We also had these relative equal lows down here. We also had these as well, right? So we did close inside of this weekly buy side efficiency, sell side balance, which basically happened the same for NQ, just that for NQ on for the weekly buy side efficiency, sell side buy side efficiency, sell side balance, excuse me, we had basically finished above, right, rather than inside of our FUG. All right, so again, we had a high, low, high, and then a breakthrough. Last two candles is our breaker. So I also do have a busy on each of them, right? Excuse me, a civvy on both of them. So sign efficiency, buy sign balance on both symbol, in which I have for both directions, right? So knowing so that we are for NQ above, if so she was to want to go back up higher, this will be the area of target or entrance that I will be looking at to see price merge into, right? Same thing as for ES, right? But we're gonna go ahead and dive in, going into the daily. All right, you guys can see I did remove our weekly PDRAs or weekly FEGs so that it won't be too much of confusion, right, on our chart. Right? We want to make sure that our chart is stay clean on each time frame, especially when it's weekly or daily. I don't really like to have it all over the place when I'm looking at the hourly and lower intervals, because it will give me, especially when I'm, you know, it's a choppy day, or, you know, a day where I'm able to, you know, give me 1 second. Come on. Sorry about that. if I don't let him in, he's gonna be singing, me doing all type of noise. So basically, I want to have our chart, clean as possible, so there's no confusion, right? So, all right. So, man, I gotta get a new chair, man. Put some W40 on this chair. Anyways, we have on a daily chart, we see that we have a daily inversion for ES and a daily inversion for as well for ES. So we have two of them. Easily we could see, right, that the difference between the daily inversion for NQ as well as here too, the difference between both symbols is that when we look at the bottom daily inverted FUG, we could see that the first time after the creation, right, because you can see that on the September 12th of 2024 last year, we had created this inversion, but this is the first time we came into it. We did have a chance, almost had a chance to get into it on Thursday, the 6th, but Friday was the day that we was able to reach into that area of interest. For NQ was a different story. We had basically a couple of days, right? So after the creation on the 12th, September 12th of 2024, we could see that on the following week, right? Because it was basically created on a Friday, on the following week. So we had Monday, we had a 1, 2 on Tuesday, 3 touches on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday was the day we had some movement to the upside. And then following on Friday, on Monday, on Friday the 7th, we had our basically 1, 2, 3, 4 touch, right? So basically we had a retracement back into this BISI, buy sign efficiency, sell sign balance, in which we didn't take out the low on Monday the 16th of September of 2024. So currently right now, after we open our new day, not so much yet, but we're gonna be having on a daily equal lows, right? For ES, we won't have that, but again, we will have interest down here if price willing to go lower at a later time, right? So we have everything laid out. Again, I like to have two sides of the market so that going into Monday, I have an idea of what market is going to do, right? As always, it's very important to have two sides of the market instead of just one, so you are prepared, right? So daily, we already have that you guys can see our daily inversion, which was created on Tuesday, the 4th March of 2025, right? And then we had a retracement on the following, which was Wednesday, and then we had another one on Thursday before moving out lower into this PDRA. For NQ, we had on Thursday, the 27th of February, 2025, we had 1, 2 before moving down lower. Easily, you guys could see that we had retraced back into this sell sign efficiency, buy sign balance, or bearish FUG, right in there, right? We didn't have that on NQ ES, but if we dive in lower, we would be able to see some sort of PDRA that gave that rejection to move on lower, right, easily. So going into our favorite time frame, in which we like to look and see, right, not see, but have an idea of asking ourselves where is price is willing to go on the next hour. So our trading hours is, as always, it's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., which is the ICT silver bullet. And again, I do trade ICT concept. So again, I really love trading the silver bullet, and I like to combine it together with the 930 opening gap, right? So as we go down into the hourly on both symbol on ES and NQ, easily we could see what we have done for the close on Friday, right? So first thing first, off the bat, right? Again, this move happened around 3, and usually around that time, 3 to 4, we have one last big move. Around like 4, have one last big move before market opens, closes. All right, so easily we could see a sweep on liquidity, right, of Thursday the 6th of March of 2025, as well as for the same for ES, a sweep on liquidity, and then a rejection or a rally to the upside, right? We did have a sweep on buy side as well. Go ahead and just mark it up so that we are able to, just identify and have a better clearance and, not no confusion. You guys can see. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Easily. And then also we can also see that upon that sweep, we did get a rejection into our 1 hour FUG or 1 hour buy sign efficiency, sell sign balance, as well as for ES. And then it was on Friday, of course, as I said, Friday, it was around 3 p.m., which is PM session, right? So as you guys can see, we have as well as a 1 hour inversion. For ES, it was more of a on the 15-minute that we had a couple of rejections before she came down, and then just consolidated for the rest of the week. For the rest of the day, excuse me. All right, so we had this inversion. Might as well just mark it up. So again, there's no confusion. This guy can see right there. 1 second. Ground below. All right, I feel like it looks perfect. All right. So again, we didn't have it on the hourly on ES, but we had it on the 15, which again, it still works, right? Because, if you guys do the math, 15 minutes, 4 time, equivalent to an hour. So again, hourly, rejection, sweep on liquidity. So basically what I see, going into, so again, I trade on the hourly, and I look to see what 930 usually does. All right, and if you guys will wanna have a video on that, just let me know. I'll go ahead and make one, but I do have one already. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. Also, I do have on the community a few diagrams of what I would do as certain situation or market condition when either we gap higher or gap lower or no gap. I do have a diagram. It's also on the community post. Make sure you check that out. But any questions, just let me know. I will be happy to answer it. Right. So again, going into Monday, because again, I don't know how Sunday is gonna open, and that's okay with me. So if Sunday, usually we don't have that much of a big move or so. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But going into Monday, if we do gap into a premium, and then Sunday we do get some sort of rally to go up higher, and then go into and then gap around here somewhere. I do have a 5-minute, which I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys on the low quadrant of this hourly that I have interest, right, which is right here. It was like 11:30 a.m. So based off this, I'm gonna know if price is willing to respect it or reject and going on lower. Now, if she goes ahead and trade to and through, and then closes above, and then come back, I would like to see continue going up to our daily inversion, which is right here. All right. So that would be a scenario in which I wanted to have. But before she even gets in there, again, there's a level to everything. I would like to see her sweep above these buy side liquidity and back into this SIBI. We also have another SIBI in here. So before we even get into that, we do have a couple of area which we want to see price get traded to and through if she does want to continue going up higher, right? So again, we have this bearish FEG, and as well as this one, and as well as this buy side liquidity. Again, that's the basic, that 5 minute would be basically the last straw for me. That would tell me if she is willing to move up higher. Again, if she does, then I would like to see her take out these highs and then continue going up higher, where I explained to you guys exactly where I want to see her get traded to. Right, before I go ahead and explain what will happen if I see her in discount, I want to go ahead and cover on ES what I would like to see if she does open up on premium. Again, if Sunday we have a little push going up, and then Monday gap higher, I do have a hourly in here. I do have some buy side in here. I do have, again, we do have two bearish SIBI, sell side inefficiency, buy side inefficiency, sell side inefficiency, buy side imbalance, as well as some buy side. So before anything, if she do gap into premium, I would like to see what she would do after a sweep on these buy side up here. And if she does, then I would like to see her have some sort of rejection, either going lower or higher. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and mark it up. It is 8/21/25. Right here, buy side. I'll put this bad boy blue. Current below. I'll do the same thing for these. Let's put it right here. It is 13/25. Boom. There you go. All right, so I have them both marked up. Again, premium, I would like to see her again go up into these buy side, into these previous SIBI or bearish FEG, to then possibly even giving a move back on lower, filling in the 930 opening gap. Now, if she does willing to move down into after taking out, just say for instance, buy side liquidity and going back into these previous 1 hour BISI, I do have a area in which I would like to see her get traded to and through. So currently we are in this 5 minute. So if she does get traded to and through down there, then again this becomes invalid. But what I do see, if she does willing like to go down into this previous BISI, I do have something in the 1 minute, which again we already filled it, but again she could come back into this area, or a sweep on these area down here on these lows right here, but as well as have a retracement back into this 1 minute BISI. Again, I don't know how Sunday is gonna open, so depending on how Sunday open going into Monday, we will have a better understanding of where price is willing to go. So again, before she even take these loads out, I would like to see her again. I want to see what she does in this upper quadrant of this future. Again, if she turns into a 1 hour inversion, not inversion, if she comes back into this 1 hour, I would like to see her come back into this 1 minute BISI, and then she takes out this 1 minute BISI, then I'll be looking at for these lows. For NQ, same thing for NQ, but the difference is that NQ didn't come all the way down like ES did, right? So we do have the same as well here, but we can see that it already came into it. But again, she could come back into this 1 hour BISI, and if she does trade to and through this 1 minute BISI, then I do have a 1 minute BISI of interest on the lower quadrant of this one hour FUG. So that being said, if she does, then I would like to see her get traded to this area and possibly maybe reject going up higher, as well as we could see we have a relative equal lows. So if she does take out those lows, we could easily say that ES could potentially take out these lows as well. Now, if we do gap into discount, then will be a different story. 1 second. How so? If we do, let's say for Sunday, have a little small move or whatever, big move, small move, whatever it is, and then she does gap into discount, just know that on regular trading hours, we're not going to be seeing this 1 hour, get traded to and through and close above it. But if we do have it on electronic trading hours, which we all have it on, then this 1 hour BISI will turn into a 1 hour inverted FUG, which then allows me to say, okay, what I want to see price is, I want to see her trade into the 930 gap, right? To either trade to and through and balance out with, buy side, to then move down lower, filling it out with sell side and taking out these lows down here. Now, these lows down here for ES, let me go ahead and dive in. Scroll out. It's not the same as NQ that we have. We have some equal lows. Again, it's very choppy, so I didn't really pay too much attention. It's not the same as NQ where we have some equal lows, but again, I would like to see her get traded to and through all the way, but as well, it's level to it. So going down into the 15, we can see that we have some area here entrance that we want to see that price needs to get traded to and through in order to go ahead and take out these lows. 5 minute as well. Even on the 5 minute, we do have some small relative equal lows down here, but again, you want to see her get traded to and through these area as well in order for her to go take out these lows. Now for NQ, it's a little bit more different because now these lows right here, let me show you real quick. I'll go ahead and just mark it up just to make it easier. And remember what I mentioned, how in the daily time frame we had price possibly, after the close of Monday, if we don't trade to and through these area, that she is going to create, equal lows on the daily. But again, we got to see how Monday closes, right? So go ahead, mark those up. You guys can see that low that we have marked up, forecasting backwards. Moving forward, we had it, you can see right below of these lows of Friday, which basically are equal lows. Now I do have a daily BISI on like the high of the daily BISI on the low quadrant. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. So I'm looking at, if price is willing to move down lower, I'm looking at these area down here, which is daily BISI, where I do have interest in seeing price get traded to after, again, the formation, right, of this daily CIBI and turning it into a daily inverted FUG. I do have interest in this area. So if she does willingly trades all the way down here, then I know for a fact that ES is going to trade all the way down lower into these lows. So going back to the 1 hour, again, if she does trade into discount, then, again, if she does want to go ahead and trade a little bit lower, taking out these sell signs to then go back up into the 930 opening range gap, as well as the 1 hour future. Again, if she does trade to and through this 1 hour BISI and turn to the 1 hour inversion, then I would like to see her at least get into this area here, depending again how we trade, how price close out these area, whether if she does some search and destroy where there's a lot of up and down, a lot of wick, then things are going to be changing, right? So again, I don't know how market is going to open on today, later on around 6. So, and then moving forward Monday, we don't have news, which I do like when we have some news, so it could build some liquidity, but we could still find good setups, right? So that's pretty much it, in which an idea of what I have for ES and NQ, whether if she wants to open in premium or discount. So again, I'll be looking for these buy side to get taken out if she does decide to open up in premium. And so if she open up in discount, you know, not so much all the way for ES to take out these sell side. Again, she could. The way they've been trading, these two symbols been trading lately, a lot of plummeting. So I wouldn't mind. I mean, I won't be surprised if we do open up in discount and then she continue going down all the way lower, boom, to taking out these sell side, and then seeing the same thing for NQ, taking out these lows, and even into this daily busy lower quadrant of this, you know, daily inverted, to then possibly go up higher, right? I do have a markup on the dollar. You guys can see we have it on the weekly, where she had this. We have a couple PDRAs, right? So we have this one up here. This is a daily Civi. We can see that she traded all the way up. I'm pretty sure if we dive in lower, we had some sort of interest on the upper quadrant, where price, you know, came into it and then rejected down lower, right? But we also could see that on the weekly she did close on to and through, and, you know, again, close below this BISI, which turned into a inverted FUG, and possibly are targeting these lows right here. So again, giving both sides of the market just to have an idea of what ES and NQ could do for the upcoming week. But if she does continue going down lower and taking out these sell side down here, we do have some sort of interest on the weekly down here. Overall, I do have an interest area, which is a weekly inverted FEG, which we have not traded to ever since we had formed it. Going on to the daily, we have price traded to and through and closed below a daily inverted FUG, which again we had not, traded to and through on Friday, but we have not come back into the area again in this time frame. On another time frame, might be a different story. So if she does decide to go back into here, then we will have to dive into the hourly and lower to see where she's willing to move, right? But this plays out. I like how this is looking for, you know, a combination of using it for NQ and ES. If she does continue going down lower, like I mentioned, we do have some sell side down here that I'm willing to see her get traded to and through. On the hourly, we can currently see that there is a 1 hour inversion in here that already came back into it, and now it is going back up. And this is what I was saying, if price is willing to go back all the way into this daily inversion, that we do have some interest. And as I mentioned, we have this one right here, and we have this one right here. So we have two bearish FUG that price could run to it, but we also do have some buy sign here that we could also reject from. So again, it's all about waiting and seeing what price gives, and we adjust. But it's very important to have both sides of the market, so we have a better understanding of what, you know, possibly if price does not do what we, you know, plan on seeing, then we have a second plan and be like, okay, now I have an idea where she's willing to go before even possibly even reaching my point of interest, right? So again, a rejection from here, possibly We got buy side here, and then she continued going up and continue rallying higher. We have some bearish FEG here and here, and then based off this, we have an understanding that she's going to move down lower or continue going up higher. Right, and then based on that, we can also use, again, I don't use the dollar like that, but sometimes I do like to use it as reference just to have an understanding. All right, so that's pretty much it for me, man. I don't want to say too much and then confuse anybody who's watching the video, but that's pretty much it in terms of what I'm willing to see for the dollar and as well as for NQxES. Again, just all I'm just waiting is to see what his price is willing to do for going into Sunday and Monday. But what I'm gonna do it as well, that's because I like, just because I, you know, I want to, we're gonna go ahead and mark the sell side here, which I'm gonna put this red. There you go. I'm gonna put this current below. Boom. And here, just in case, there's the low here, 673. All right. All right, so that's pretty much it for me for today. I don't want to, again, I don't want to go in too deep. Like I said, I just like seeing what price, has done already. And instead of, creating multiple scenarios, like I said, just like to have both of my scenario, whether she gets in premium or discount, and adjust based off that going into Monday's trading. But that's pretty much it for me today. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and again, study. Just because your model does not work for a whole week doesn't mean it's broken. Just keep on working on it. Don't switch too much on your model. Just perfect it. Have a symbol, or like I said, whether you're trading forex, future, just have one symbol that you trade. Perfect that, master it, and yeah, just move on forward. Now, if you want to go ahead and trade multiple symbols, it's on you, right? But like I said, that's pretty much it for me today. As always, 5Ps: proper preparation, prevent poor performance. So come prepare, like my mama always say, be the first one in the room to enter and be the last one to leave. But that's that. I'll holla at y'all. Hopefully you have a great Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever y'all watching this video. Just have a blessed day, and as always, continue to smile, because life is too short and we don't need no stress. Find peace. Holla at y'all. Peace.